Nobody attended the auction. Human buys Galactic ship and discovers something shocking. The station was quieter than usual. Orbiting a dim yellow star at the edge of the Veyron cluster, the stellar exchange station normally thrummed with activity. Alien voices, metallic clanks, and the hum of ships docking filled the air. Today, however, it was almost empty. The corridors echoed with only the occasional sound of boots on metal. Marcus had walked these halls many times before, though never for this reason. He was a human from New Sol Colony, a small settlement on a cold, rocky planet far from the galactic capitals. Humans were common in the trade hubs, but they were rarely taken seriously. Aliens often assumed humans were weak, slow, and careless. Marcus had learned long ago to use that assumption to his advantage. He wandered into the auction hall, a vast space filled with platforms, hover displays, and a few scattered beings examining items. Normally, auctions like this were packed with bidders from dozens of worlds, vying for rare starships, advanced AI cores, and exotic technology. But today, nobody was here. Marcus blinked. There were a few aliens inspecting crates quietly, and one elderly merchant humming to himself. But there was no chaos, no excitement, no shouting over prices. The silence felt strange, almost inviting. "Strange day for an auction," Marcus muttered to himself. He scratched the back of his neck, feeling the hum of curiosity rise. Almost like everything was left behind. His eyes scanned the room and stopped at a sleek ship sitting alone in the corner. It was unlike anything he had ever seen. Its metal shimmered faintly with shifting colors, as if it absorbed the light around it. The hull bore alien inscriptions Marcus couldn't read, glowing faintly with a soft blue energy. The ship didn't look like it had been used recently, but it wasn't dusty either. Somehow, it felt alive. A small holo display above the ship read, "No bids placed, open to purchase." Marcus laughed softly. Of course, nobody wants it. He took a few steps closer. The ship's doors opened automatically, revealing a cockpit that seemed to pulse with energy. Strange symbols flickered along the walls, rearranging themselves in patterns that almost made sense. Marcus felt a shiver of excitement. He knew he shouldn't do this, but curiosity was stronger than caution. He looked back toward the auction platform. A bored-looking auctioneer glanced at him. "Interested?" the being asked in a tone that suggested it didn't really care. Marcus grinned. "I'll take it. No one else wants it, right?" The auctioneer shrugged. Final price? 2,500 credits. For context, Marcus had barely enough money to afford a used shuttle, let alone a ship like this. But something about this vessel called to him. Something deep inside said it was meant for him, not anyone else. "Done," he said. The transaction completed instantly. A soft chime echoed in the hall. The ship's doors opened wider, inviting Marcus inside. As he stepped into the cockpit, the air smelled faintly of ozone and metal, a scent that made him feel alert. The seats adjusted to his shape automatically, the controls shifting as though recognizing him. Marcus pressed a few buttons, testing the systems. Lights flared softly. The ship's AI, or whatever consciousness it had, greeted him with a soft, melodic tone. "Welcome, pilot." Marcus froze. His mouth went dry. Hi," he replied. "Systems are operational," the voice continued. "Navigation charts are accessible. Destination input is ready. Please proceed when ready." Marcus blinked. "Did you just talk?" "Affirmative! Shall I assist you with ship controls?" Marcus sank into the seat, his heart racing. He had read about sentient ships in old history files, but he never expected to encounter one. And here it was, alone, abandoned, and speaking only to him. He decided to explore. The ship had compartments, hidden panels, and a strange glowing core in the center of the cockpit. The moment he approached it, the core slid open like a drawer. Inside was a small crystalline device emitting soft pulses of light. Marcus reached out. The moment his fingers brushed the crystal, holographic images flashed before his eyes. Maps of unknown star systems, alien symbols, and swirling constellations appeared in midair. A voice, different from the first, deeper and resonant, echoed in his mind. Traveler, you are chosen to inherit the knowledge of the ancients. Use it wisely. Marcus stumbled backward. Chosen? Wait. What? The room settled into quiet again, but Marcus's mind raced. The auction had been empty because this ship wasn't ordinary. It was waiting for someone like him, someone that no alien bidder would understand or expect. He spent hours examining the ship. The controls were intuitive but unlike anything he had used. A simple touch moved the ship's energy fields, adjusted its navigation, and even unlocked compartments he didn't know existed. One compartment revealed ancient star charts, some dating back thousands of years, showing star systems that had been erased from modern maps. Marcus realized slowly, this ship wasn't just a vessel. It was a key to hidden knowledge. And that knowledge had been abandoned. For centuries, perhaps. Finally, he leaned back in his seat, exhaustion and excitement fighting inside him. I can't believe this. All of this. Mine? A soft glow from the cockpit pulsed in rhythm with his heartbeat. The ship seemed to respond to his emotions. When he smiled, the lights brightened. When he frowned, the panels dimmed. It was alive, or at least it reacted as if it were. Marcus looked at the data core again. The holographic maps displayed a star system that no one had visited in generations. A small blinking light marked a planet at the center of the charts. Something about it called to him, something familiar, though he couldn't explain why. Curiosity won over caution. Marcus typed coordinates into the navigation system. The ship hummed and vibrated lightly, like it was stretching after a long sleep. The engines came alive, soft but powerful. Marcus had flown small shuttles before, but this was on a completely different level. He felt a thrill he had never known. Every instinct he had told him to stay cautious, to wait, to consult someone. But the ship seemed to trust him, respond to him, even guide him. And for the first time in his life, Marcus felt truly capable, not because of his training or skills, but because of human intuition. Hours passed. Marcus explored the ship's storage, finding supplies, alien tools, and personal logs from previous unknown owners. Most of them contained warnings about a cosmic danger, an entity that could manipulate space and time. The ship, it seemed, had been designed to keep this knowledge safe until someone with the right mind could understand it. Marcus realized slowly, humans were underestimated in the galaxy. Aliens assumed they relied on brute force or technology, but humans had something different: curiosity, intuition, and creativity. And right now, those qualities were unlocking secrets no alien could touch. As he sat in the cockpit, Marcus's mind raced with possibilities. He could explore uncharted systems, uncover lost civilizations, and maybe, just maybe, prove that humans were more than anyone expected. The station outside grew quiet. The auction hall, once filled with chatter, now echoed only with the hum of the new ship. Marcus leaned back, feeling a mixture of excitement, fear, and anticipation. This was just the beginning. And deep inside the ship, the data core pulsed steadily, as if aware of its new pilot. The galaxy had abandoned this knowledge, but it hadn't abandoned him. Somewhere in the vastness of space, hidden eyes of alien factions and long-forgotten civilizations were watching. But for now, Marcus was alone. Alone with the ship. Alone with secrets that could change the galaxy forever. And he smiled. Marcus floated inside the cockpit, eyes fixed on the glowing data core. The soft hum of the ship felt almost like a heartbeat. He couldn't shake the feeling that this vessel was more than just a machine. It was alive, waiting for him to understand its purpose. The holographic maps from the data core continued to shimmer in midair. Stars Marcus had never seen blinked in uncharted systems. Alien symbols danced across the panels, rearranging themselves as if trying to communicate with him. A low, resonant voice echoed softly in the cockpit. Pilot, you have been chosen to inherit knowledge long hidden. The galaxy has underestimated humans. Use your understanding wisely.
Marcus's jaw dropped.
Chosen, hidden knowledge? The words felt heavy, almost like a challenge. He leaned closer to the core, trying to decipher the alien language. But it was unlike anything he had studied. Yet somehow, pieces of it made sense. He could feel patterns, sequences, and connections forming in his mind. This isn't just a ship," he whispered. "It's a key to something bigger." For hours, Marcus explored the vessel. Panels slid open at his touch, revealing compartments filled with alien devices and strange instruments. Some seemed like tools for navigation. Others were clearly meant to interact with the ship itself. The most fascinating part was how the ship responded to him. When he touched the console with curiosity, it shimmered brighter. When he hesitated, lights dimmed. Every action he took seemed to communicate with the ship, creating a silent dialogue. Marcus realized that no alien pilot could unlock its potential so easily. It responded to his creativity, intuition, and thought patterns, qualities the galaxy had long underestimated in humans. Suddenly, the core pulsed brighter, projecting a new holographic message. A shimmering alien figure appeared, its body fluid and shifting like liquid metal. Its voice was deep, echoing in Marcus's mind rather than his ears. "Pilot, you are near the knowledge of the ancients. Many civilizations have failed to unlock it. You may succeed." Marcus swallowed hard. "What? What do you mean?" The figure shifted. "The knowledge is not mere technology. It requires understanding, insight, and judgment. Only a mind that combines logic and intuition can access it. Many tried and failed. Many were lost or ignored. You are human. Your species has traits long dismissed. This may give you the edge." Marcus felt a rush of pride and fear at the same time. Humans were always seen as weak, clumsy, or insignificant, and yet here, in the ship, a human could do what the galaxy could not. He spent the next day experimenting with the controls. The ship allowed him to navigate holographic star systems, adjust energy flows, and even test hypothetical situations. When he imagined a route through a nebula, the ship calculated possibilities he hadn't considered, highlighting paths based on his intuition rather than raw logic. He laughed softly. I think it likes me." As he explored further, Marcus discovered a series of alien star charts embedded in the ship's memory. They showed systems that had been erased from modern maps, forgotten or hidden by ancient civilizations. Some planets were marked with symbols Marcus didn't recognize, but they glowed faintly as he approached them. One planet in particular caught his attention. It had a swirling green and blue surface and appeared to be rich with life. A small blinking marker indicated it had not been visited for centuries. Marcus didn't know why, but something about it called to him. His instincts told him to explore it, even though he had no idea what he would find. The ship seemed to sense his decision. Lights shifted, consoles rearranged, and a soft humming filled the cockpit. The voice spoke again, calm but firm. "Destination acknowledged. Prepare for interstellar travel." Marcus's heart raced. He had flown small shuttles before, but this was different. The engines purred like a living creature, responding to his every thought. The ship could move through space in ways he had never imagined, slipping through nebulae and weaving between stars with precision. As they left the station, Marcus noticed something unusual. Sensors picked up distant signals, alien ships cloaked and observing. Marcus felt a chill. He was alone, but clearly not unnoticed. Aliens had likely noticed the missing vessel, and some were curious, or perhaps concerned. He pushed the thought aside. For now, his focus was on understanding the ship. The data core projected a new set of holograms, a series of puzzles and challenges, each more complex than the last. They were not tests of strength or weaponry, but of logic, observation, and creativity. The first challenge was a series of star formations. The ship displayed them as a shifting puzzle, patterns that moved in ways that seemed random. Marcus traced connections with his finger, imagining how stars might move through time. Slowly, patterns emerged, revealing a hidden path to a distant system. The ship responded, opening new navigation channels. This is incredible," Marcus whispered. "It's teaching me, and testing me. Hours turned into days. Marcus began to understand the ship's way of thinking. It did not operate on brute force or mere computation. It required human insight, seeing patterns, imagining possibilities, and making choices based on instinct as well as reason. He realized that the ancient warning was not just about danger. It was about potential. The galaxy had hidden this knowledge because it required a species capable of understanding it fully. Many civilizations had failed, assuming they could brute force the puzzles with advanced technology or sheer power. Humans. Humans might succeed. One evening while Marcus studied the core, a strange disturbance in space appeared on the sensors. A ripple of energy passed through the charts, altering the light of distant stars. The ship's voice spoke urgently. "Pilot, anomaly detected. Caution advised. Many seek this knowledge. You are being observed." Marcus swallowed. The thrill of discovery mingled with fear. Aliens could be watching, waiting to see if he failed. He realized that his success or failure could have consequences far beyond himself. He decided to continue. He had no choice. Curiosity and instinct were stronger than fear. He activated the ship's deep space mode, allowing them to travel faster than light, slipping silently between stars. The maps projected new systems as they approached, revealing planets rich with potential discoveries. On one of these planets, Marcus detected ruins of an ancient civilization. The structures were enormous, spiraling towers reaching into the sky, built from a metal that seemed alive, resonating with energy. Marcus felt awe and respect. He knew the knowledge of the ancients was here, somewhere, hidden beneath centuries of dust and mystery. The ship pulsed as he approached the planet, almost as if encouraging him. Marcus realized that this was the moment, the first true test of a human pilot. Could he unlock the secrets that the galaxy had hidden for so long? Could he succeed where countless civilizations had failed? As he landed on the planet, Marcus felt a surge of emotion, excitement, fear, determination. The alien ruins loomed ahead, whispering promises of knowledge and secrets. Marcus took a deep breath. Humans were underestimated. Aliens assumed they lacked insight, patience, and intuition. But here, in the silent ruins of an ancient world, Marcus realized that humans had something the galaxy had never truly valued. He stepped out of the ship, feeling the alien soil beneath his boots. The wind carried a strange, almost musical resonance, and the ruins shimmered faintly in the fading light of the distant star. The ship's lights adjusted, pulsing softly in rhythm with his heartbeat. As if sensing his courage, Marcus moved forward, determined to explore. Each step felt like breaking a barrier, proving something that no one else had expected. Humans could do more than survive. They could understand, adapt, and overcome. Suddenly, a faint glow appeared on the horizon. It wasn't from the ship. Something ancient and intelligent pulsed beneath the ruins. Marcus's heart raced. The holographic messages, the puzzles, the warnings, they had all led to this moment. The galaxy had underestimated humans. They assumed humans relied on luck, brute force, or technology. Marcus knew differently. Humans had curiosity, intuition, and courage, and these qualities could unlock secrets no alien could. As the light shimmered ahead, Marcus whispered to himself, This is only the beginning." Marcus stood on the alien planet, the ruins stretching endlessly before him. Every stone, every shimmering tower, seemed to hum with hidden energy. The ship remained close, its lights pulsing softly, almost as if it were breathing. Marcus felt a mixture of excitement and nervousness. The ship had brought him here for a reason, and he could feel the weight of something far larger than himself pressing against his mind. The air shimmered in the fading light, and Marcus sensed movement, not from the ruins, but from afar in the sky. He glanced upward and spotted distant silhouettes of ships cloaked in shadows, observing him silently. Alien eyes, perhaps, curious or cautious. He realized he was not alone. The galaxy had noticed the ship. The fact that a human had claimed it had likely spread quickly. Marcus had expected skepticism, but he hadn't imagined so many watchers. The holographic message from the ship pulsed softly. Pilot, the Ancients' tests are now beginning. Observe carefully. You must demonstrate judgment, insight, and creativity to unlock further knowledge. Others have failed. Do not underestimate the challenge. Marcus swallowed hard. I understand, he whispered. He took a deep breath, feeling both fear and determination. Humans had been underestimated for centuries, and now, perhaps, it was time to show the galaxy what they were capable of. The first test appeared immediately. The ship projected a series of holographic puzzles in the ruins. Floating geometrical shapes rotated, shifted, and reformed continuously. Alien inscriptions appeared alongside the patterns, glowing faintly. Marcus realized that each sequence represented a path through the planet's surface, a series of chambers and hidden rooms containing knowledge and tools left by the ancients. He examined the puzzles carefully. Unlike aliens, who relied on calculations and brute logic, Marcus relied on intuition. He noticed patterns the symbols created, connections based not on strict logic, but on symmetry, rhythm, and flow. Slowly, he traced a path that led him to a hidden entrance beneath one of the towers. The door slid open automatically. Inside was a chamber filled with holographic star maps, alien writing, and strange energy flows. The air hummed, resonating with Marcus's heartbeat. The ship guided him, highlighting areas that required interaction. The second test involved deciphering alien energy conduits. The conduits crisscrossed the chamber like a web, carrying energy and pulses that shifted unpredictably. Marcus realized that trying to brute force the system would fail. Instead, he listened to the rhythm, feeling the flow of energy in his mind. He adjusted the conduits with careful taps, guiding the pulses along natural paths rather than forcing them. The energy responded, illuminating hidden panels containing knowledge of ancient civilizations. Marcus stepped back, smiling. This is incredible. No one else could have solved this, not like this. The ship pulsed in approval. Its voice echoed softly, "Your understanding is aligned with the ancients' expectations. Proceed to the final challenge." Marcus's heart raced. The final challenge was not mechanical, not even fully logical. It involved a holographic representation of a galaxy, with shifting stars, planets, and anomalies. A voice spoke in his mind, deep and resonant. "Pilot, you must demonstrate judgment. Life is fragile. Power is tempting. Wisdom is rare. Choose carefully, for your decisions will affect many." The challenge became clear. Marcus had to select a path that guided civilizations safely through dangerous regions, using knowledge the ancients had left behind. Many alien civilizations had failed this test because they focused on efficiency or dominance, ignoring subtle signals or consequences. Marcus studied the holographic galaxy. Stars blinked, some pulsating with energy, some dim and unstable. Alien civilizations were represented by glowing nodes. He realized that choosing the wrong path could disrupt entire star systems, create chaos, or even destroy civilizations. He took a deep breath and trusted his instincts. He moved nodes carefully, adjusted the flow of energy, and imagined the ripple effects across space. The ship responded to his intuition, highlighting hidden dangers and guiding him without giving the solution outright. Hours passed, but Marcus didn't notice the time. He was completely absorbed, thinking, imagining, and testing outcomes in his mind. Finally, he aligned the systems correctly. A surge of light filled the chamber, and the galaxy in holographic form stabilized. The ship pulsed, brighter than ever. "Pilot, your judgment is true. You have succeeded where many have failed. The knowledge is now yours to wield responsibly." Marcus sank to the floor, exhausted but triumphant. He realized something incredible. His humanity had given him an advantage. Aliens had dismissed intuition, emotion, and creativity as weaknesses. Humans had turned these qualities into strength. He looked at the distant ships observing him. He knew they had been watching every step. Now Marcus wondered what they would think. Could they recognize the potential of a species they had long underestimated? The next day, Marcus explored more of the planet. The ruins contained libraries of holographic archives, records of civilizations that had once flourished, and warnings of cosmic phenomena that could threaten the galaxy. The ship guided him gently, highlighting areas of importance. He realized the ancients had built this place not as a trap, but as a test to find the right steward for their knowledge. They had known that many civilizations would fail. But humans could succeed in ways they hadn't expected. Marcus experimented further with the ship. He discovered it could manipulate energy fields, communicate with distant systems, and even create protective shields for entire planets. He realized that this technology was not meant for war, but for guidance and preservation. Yet Marcus knew the galaxy would not remain unaware forever. Word would spread that a human had unlocked this ship, navigated the ancients' tests, and gained knowledge beyond imagination. Some aliens might be curious, others cautious, and some, perhaps envious or fearful. The first alien vessel approached him cautiously the next day. A sleek ship, shimmering in silver, hovered silently. Marcus's ship responded, projecting a calm but firm pulse. The alien vessel didn't attack. Instead, it observed, recording data. Marcus realized the truth. The galaxy had underestimated humans, and now, one human had shown what his species could accomplish. It was a revelation the universe had not expected. He activated the ship's long-range communication system. A holographic interface appeared, showing several alien civilizations watching him silently. Marcus took a deep breath and made a decision. He would demonstrate human insight and responsibility, not aggression. "Hello," he said, voice steady, though his heart raced. "I am Marcus, a human from New Sol Colony. I have found knowledge the ancients left behind. I do not seek power or conquest. I seek understanding, and to share this knowledge responsibly." The aliens remained silent for a long moment. Then, one by one, their communications flickered to life. Curiosity replaced suspicion and questions replaced judgment. Marcus realized that the galaxy was beginning to understand something it had long ignored: human potential. Over the next few weeks, Marcus navigated through the ancients' remaining challenges. Each test was designed to push his creativity, insight, and empathy to the limit. The ship responded to his intuition in ways no alien pilot could replicate. With every success, Marcus felt a growing confidence, not just in the ship, but in humanity itself. The galaxy watched. Some aliens began sending emissaries, hoping to learn from him. Others waited cautiously, uncertain how to respond to this human who had succeeded where their best pilots had failed. Marcus understood one thing clearly: humans were underestimated. They had traits that no other species had fully appreciated: curiosity, adaptability, intuition, and moral reasoning. And these traits, combined with the right opportunity, could change the galaxy in ways no one had predicted. The ship pulsed softly, almost proudly. It seemed to acknowledge Marcus's growth, its lights glowing in harmony with his heartbeat. The ancient warnings were not threats. They were lessons, tests, to reveal who was worthy of the ancients' knowledge. Marcus had proven himself, not through force, but through insight. As he prepared to leave the planet, Marcus paused. He looked back at the ruins, the towers shimmering in the alien light. They had taught him, guided him, and challenged him. He felt gratitude and a sense of responsibility heavier than any he had known before. The galaxy had underestimated humans for centuries, but now Marcus knew that one human could change that perception. And perhaps in time humanity could prove to the entire galaxy that they were more capable than anyone had ever imagined. He stepped into the cockpit and activated the ship. The engines purred, and the stars stretched into streaks of light as the vessel leaped into faster-than-light travel. Marcus looked forward, knowing that the greatest challenges were still ahead. The galaxy was watching, ancient knowledge awaited, and the real test of human ingenuity was just beginning. The stars stretched into streaks of light as Marcus guided the ship through the void. The alien planet with its ancient ruins faded behind him, but its lessons remained. He had passed the ancients' tests. unlocked secrets that civilizations older and larger than humanity had failed to understand, and now he carried knowledge that could change the galaxy forever. Yet Marcus knew the greatest challenge was still ahead. The galaxy had noticed. Alien civilizations once dismissive of humans were now watching carefully. Some were curious, others were cautious, even fearful. For centuries, humans had been underestimated, considered weak, illogical, and clumsy. Now, all of that perception was about to be challenged. The first sign came as a distant signal, faint but deliberate. An alien vessel approached, sleek and silver, its hull reflecting the light of nearby stars. Marcus's ship pulsed softly, almost like a heartbeat in response. The alien vessel did not attack. Instead, it maintained a respectful distance, observing. Marcus took a deep breath. "I'm not here to fight," he said aloud, even though the alien might not hear him directly. "I just want to understand and share." The ship's AI, or whatever consciousness it was, responded gently. "Pilot, your approach demonstrates judgment and wisdom. Proceed cautiously." Marcus adjusted the controls, sending a communication signal to the alien ship. He activated the universal translator and spoke clearly. "I am Marcus, a human from New Sol Colony. I have discovered knowledge left behind by the ancients. I do not seek power, conquest, or dominance. My goal is understanding, preservation, and responsible guidance for civilizations in danger." For a moment, silence followed. Then, the alien ship responded. A holographic projection appeared above its surface, revealing a being with shimmering blue skin and eyes that seemed to see far into Marcus's mind. "You are human," the alien said, voice calm but curious. "We have observed your species for centuries. Many have doubted you, dismissed you as weak, and yet you have succeeded where the best of our kind have failed." Marcus felt a mixture of pride and humility. "I did not succeed alone," he replied. "This ship, it guided me. It chose me for a reason. I only followed the path it revealed." The alien nodded slowly. "Perhaps the galaxy has underestimated humans too long. The ancients' knowledge was hidden, because it required a mind capable of understanding more than logic or force. Humans may possess this." Marcus smiled. The moment was historic. For the first time, a human was being recognized not as weak or insignificant, but as capable, intelligent, and valuable. The galaxy was beginning to see the truth of humanity. Over the next days, Marcus traveled through uncharted systems. Wherever he went, the ship projected holographic guidance for civilizations that had lost contact, helping them navigate treacherous space safely. Aliens observed silently at first, then slowly began to follow. Some sent emissaries, hoping to learn from this human pilot. Marcus discovered that the ship could do more than navigate. It could stabilize planets, create protective energy fields, and even communicate in ways that bridged species. It was a tool for guidance, preservation, and knowledge, not war. And Marcus realized that the greatest strength of humans was not aggression, but insight, creativity, and empathy. The galaxy began to take notice. Reports reached councils and leaders. A human had unlocked the ancient ship, solved challenges no other species could, and demonstrated judgment that impressed even the oldest civilizations. Curiosity replaced fear. Some were cautious, unsure how to react. Others were inspired. Marcus visited a planet that had been isolated for centuries. Its civilization was on the brink of collapse due to unstable environmental energy fields. Using the ship, Marcus guided them safely, stabilizing the planet's systems. The people watched in awe as a human previously considered weak and insignificant had saved their world. Word spread quickly. Marcus realized humans had something unique. Aliens relied on technology, logic, or brute strength. Humans combined intelligence, creativity, empathy, and intuition. And this combination, previously dismissed, could outmatch even the most advanced civilizations when applied wisely. The most significant moment came when Marcus returned to the ruins of the ancients' planet. The distant watchers, alien civilizations that had followed him, were now visible in orbit. He activated a long-range signal to broadcast a message. The ancients left knowledge not for power, but for understanding. Humans are not conquerors by nature. We seek to learn, adapt, and preserve life. This is what we offer the galaxy: guidance, insight, and the willingness to do what is necessary to protect civilizations in danger. The aliens in orbit listened silently. Then slowly, one by one, they sent acknowledgement signals. Some offered assistance, curious to understand Marcus's perspective. Others simply watched, cautious but respectful. For the first time, humans were being seen as equals in intellect and morality, not just survivors or outliers. Marcus felt a surge of pride. It was not just his victory, it was humanity's. For centuries, humans had been underestimated. They had been counted out in trade, diplomacy, and exploration. And yet, here was proof. One human could unlock the wisdom of an ancient civilization, solve challenges no alien could, and act with judgment and empathy. The ship pulsed with light, almost as if acknowledging Marcus's thoughts.
Pilot, you have demonstrated qualities that many civilizations overlooked.
The galaxy will remember this. Humans may now rise to a place they have long been denied. Marcus nodded. Then let them watch, he said softly. Let them see what humans can do when we are trusted and respected. In the following weeks, Marcus guided multiple civilizations through crises, navigating unstable star systems, preventing energy collapses, and sharing knowledge without claiming control. Each act of guidance, each solution, reinforced one simple truth: humans were capable of greatness when underestimated, and even the galaxy could be surprised by them. Finally, Marcus returned to New Sol Colony. The familiar rocky plains and cold skies were comforting after weeks of interstellar travel. He landed the ship gently, and for a moment, he just sat in silence. The journey had changed him. He had discovered ancient knowledge, navigated impossible challenges, and proven that humans could compete with the galaxy's most advanced civilizations. He stepped out of the ship, greeted by the curious stares of other humans. They had heard rumors, faint whispers of the human who found the ancient's ship, but none had imagined the truth. Marcus smiled, feeling the weight of responsibility and pride. I think we can do more than they ever thought," he said aloud. The ship's soft hum seemed to agree. The galaxy, meanwhile, had begun to shift. Aliens no longer dismissed humans as weak or unworthy. They observed with caution, curiosity, and now respect. Humans had qualities that could not be measured in weapons, technology, or brute strength. Insight, empathy, creativity, and adaptability, the very traits that aliens had overlooked, were what allowed Marcus to succeed where others failed. Marcus looked up at the stars. The universe was vast, full of unknown civilizations, ancient knowledge, and challenges waiting to be discovered. But for the first time he knew that humans had a place in it, not as underdogs, not as observers, but as equals capable of shaping the future. The ship pulsed once more, gently. Its lights flickered across the cockpit, casting Marcus in a soft glow. "Pilot, your journey is only beginning. The galaxy will watch. Humans will be remembered." Marcus smiled. "Then let them watch. Let them see what we can do." With that, he activated the engines. The stars stretched into light once more as the ship leaped into faster-than-light travel. He did not know what awaited him next: more ancient ruins, uncharted civilizations, or new cosmic mysteries. But he was ready. Humanity had been underestimated for too long, and now it was time for the galaxy to see what humans could truly accomplish. Marcus piloted the ship forward, eyes fixed on the horizon, heart steady, mind sharp. He had proven one simple truth: never underestimate a human.